And I want to draw your attention to Job and chapter 19, verse 25. And I thought to myself, I have sang that in songs, and it didn't hit me that this is the book it came out of. I don't know, maybe I thought it was someplace else, a different Isaiah, the Psalms, something else. But this is what he said in Isaiah 19:25. I know that my Redeemer lives, and that in the end he will stand on the earth, and I myself will see him with my own eyes, I and not another. How my heart yearns within me. He just expressed himself about my Redeemer. I know my Redeemer lives. And I thought of that song. I know you guys have sang it. I know my Redeemer lives. Yes, I know my Redeemer lives. The thing that I thought when I sang that song, I've never thought about Job. And I thought that was prophetic spirit coming up in him and singing. Do you realize that in the New Testament, they didn't have the New Testament? Right? What did they have? They had the Old Testament. In the New Testament, they had the Old Testament. So what they were getting from God as they received Christ, as they saw the power of the resurrection, as the Holy Spirit began to reveal God to them, the Holy Spirit began to retranslate the entire Old Testament through the Father's eyes. And their revelation was coming from the Holy Spirit every day. And there was a woman named Anna, and there was a man named Simeon. And they were in the temple, and they were hearing the reading of the word. And one day, I don't know at what point in their life, they heard the book of Job. They heard this verse, I know that my Redeemer lives, and that he will stand on the earth, and I will see him with my own eyes. And the Holy Spirit said to them, you will see the Messiah, and you will see the Messiah before you die. Anna's heart leapt. Simeon's heart leapt. And they remained at the temple daily in the promise of Job from the Spirit of God, from a word quickened by the Holy Spirit. They would see the Messiah. They would see the Messiah. And do you know, I doubt that they expected to see what they saw. I doubt that they expected in their fantasy, their imagination. When God speaks a word to you, you know how your mind goes. You're like, oh, wow, I could just see that happening. And then your imagination kind of fills in the blanks, and you get a picture in your mind, and you think, I think it's going to happen like this, or I think it's going to look like this. And it may look nothing like that at all, because we've stopped asking questions of God, and we started just going off and never getting right back to him and saying, and then what? And what would that look like? And, all these really wonderful questions that we forget to ask. And one day, a young couple, are walking into the temple with this little one in their arms. And to their surprise and shock, the Holy Spirit comes upon them, and it's the Messiah. It's the Messiah. And the joy that God flooded their hearts with completely destroyed all their opinions, all their theology, all their cultural restrictions. Because in that moment, God was defining himself.